Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dev, aka the Unknown Variable here, back at you with another commentary. And Modern Warfare 3 is officially dead. Now, I know there's going to be people here that are going to be asking the question of, well, if you're claiming that this game is dead, Dev, what supporting evidence do you have to provide to prove the claim that Modern Warfare 3 is dead? And that is a great question. And my answer to that question is the Steam charts. Now, before we do our monthly Steam chart check, everybody's favorite time of the year, I'm just going to make it perfectly clear for people that aren't aware. The Modern Warfare 3 Steam chart numbers, aka the Call of Duty app, takes 3 games into account. It takes Modern Warfare 2, it takes Modern Warfare 3, and it takes Warzone player numbers into account on Steam. Now, I understand there's things like Battle.net and the PlayStation numbers, the Xbox numbers, etc., but unfortunately we don't have access to that. So like I've said numerous times in the past, the Steam charts are the only measurable metric that we have to go off of. So with that being said, let's take a look at the Steam charts. Drum roll, shall we? Boom! The last 30 days, we've seen a whopping 74,247 players. That is a 10% drop from February. February saw a 6% drop from January, and January saw a 13% drop from December, with December being the outlier at 103,000 players. Now, obviously, you could kind of expect the player numbers to go up around release time because Modern Warfare 3 came out around November 2023. So that 95,000 number you saw was the, I guess, average player count for that specific month, which would be the launch month. So that kind of makes sense that there's 94,000 players, or 95, I guess I should say. December saw 103,000 players, which was an increase over November. But as we see here, January, February, and March has seen a steep decline in players. Now, there's a lot of things you could point the finger at here. A couple things I could think of off the top of my head is the fact that there's a raging cheating problem in this game. And as we all know, Ricochet is absolute dog shit, doesn't work. It's just there to pretend like the game has an anti-cheat, but in reality, it doesn't do anything to help people combat these cheaters whatsoever. EOMM is probably another reason why people aren't playing this game. Everybody knows about the nefarious algorithms in this game, and the fact that you can't play a game solo without getting absolutely shit kicked, and even if you have a team, this game is outright miserable. Now, of course, Activision is aware of all of this. They did their little SBMM EOMM talk, which was just a bunch of absolute hogwash, if you ask me. And then they also, were trying to go after some cheating providers, which I will be putting up on screen right now. This is a Charlie Intel tweet. And, Charlie Intel's our favorite Activision shill here on the channel, and he likes to pretend like Activision is doing good things for the series, when in reality, they're just driving a once great series directly into the ground and milking the absolute fuck out of it. But anyways, here's the Charlie Intel tweet. It says, a cheat maker for Call of Duty called Interwebs has shut down their operations after getting a legal notice to take down their cheats and website. Good riddance. Yeah, like Charlie Intel sitting here pretending like they're actually doing something, like Activision put out those cease and desist notices, and look at that, they're finally taking down some cheat providers. Well, I don't know about you guys, maybe I'm out of the loop, but I've never heard of a cheat provider called Interwebs. Now, I'm not arguing that this is more than likely a legitimate thing. This probably was a cheat provider, but this isn't one of the big cheat providers when it comes to Call of Duty. But you know what is one of the big cheat providers? Engine owning. I'm sure many of you guys have heard of this. Engine owning popped up in Modern Warfare 2019. Then they got cease and desisted. They stopped doing their cheats for a bit. Then Modern Warfare 2 released, and guess what? Engine owning was back in full fucking force. And Modern Warfare 3 came around, and engine owning's back. Well, Engine owning made sure to share a very cryptic tweet with their users, aka the mouth breathers that buy cheats and aren't good at a video game. And they said, just a picture. This is all they said, just a picture. Engine owning, established 2014, here to stay. So obviously Activision didn't do anything about engine owning because they're still alive and well, and they're making sure to let all of their users know that they're still open for business, and that Activision, Microsoft, and the whole happy bunch over there at Activision Blizzard didn't do absolutely anything to get rid of engine owning. So there's a thing here that Charlie Intel and a lot of these, influencers for Call of Duty like to do. They like to deflect shit, right? So they like to look at it like, well, look at the cheats over here. Interwebs got taken down. Activision's doing something. Good riddance. Yeah, Call of Duty. All the people at Call of Duty are awesome getting rid of interwebs. But meanwhile, one of the biggest known cheat providers to ever supply Call of Duty with cheats, being engine owning, is here to stay. day. And there's not a peep from Charlie Intel. He doesn't sit here and talk about engine owning not being taken down. He doesn't give a shit because a typical shill response is to deflect. And that's exactly what he did here. Good riddance to interwebs, but guess what? Engine owning is still going. The cheating problem is still at an all-time high, and Activision refuses to address it, refuses to take money and actually invest it into a good anti-cheat, and they let all the cheaters run rampant in their game. But even with cheating out of the way, like I said earlier, you remember how people quit this game? I'm sure some of you guys have quit this game because of the shitty EOMM algorithm, SBMM, whatever you want to call it. You know, this whole unorganic experience that we get, this rigged game, how everything just feels like it's a flip of a coin and it's predetermined behind the scenes server side. EOMM is something we all hate, right? Well, I saw this tweet and I just could not help but shake my fucking head. This is Call of Duty's official Twitter, and for once here, Charlie Intel, I guess, had to go against the grain here because he didn't want to look too shilly, and he says it is a bit insane that Activision posted a video on the official Call of Duty account over the weekend highlighting how bad their SBMM and EOMM system is. And if you look at this video right here, they have a bunch of splash screens that say defeat, defeat, defeat because you lose every fucking game that you play because you get absolute dog shit teammates. And then 17 games later, here you have a victory. Congratulations, here's your participation ribbon. And I just find it fucking hilarious that the winning slide that they showed was a literal deathmatch down to the wire, 99 to 100 TDM. Like, that perfectly illustrates the EOMM system present in this game. It's absolutely hilarious, and people at Activision, that marketing team, that whoever runs their social media, is literally laughing at all of the good players that don't benefit from the EOMM and are basically doubling down on the fact that they like to protect shitters in this game. So this is the type of people that you buy this game off of. This is why I preach not to buy the fucking game anymore. Like, look at this. They're not even trying to hide it. They did the EOMM talk. They know how people reacted to said EOMM talk because it said a whole lot of nothing. And then they post something like this. You're either out of touch or just insulting your fan base through and through. It's one of the two. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. But if I'm being completely honest, to top it all off, the icing on the cake is the fact that Warzone Mobile released this week, and they tied the progression to Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2. This is all illustrated here in this tweet by Charlie Intel. It says, Warzone Mobile has cross progression enabled between Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, and Mobile. And the real question you gotta ask yourself here is, why is the progression tied to Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Warzone? Well, the answer there is quite simple. They can boost their player numbers because mobile is massive for Activision. So I'm sure when they do their stupid earnings call, they'll have a nice little gas up session over their player numbers because, you know, everybody over there at Activision gets hard over monthly active users. And if you know anything about the MAUs in Call of Duty, you'll know that the vast majority of the MAUs, aka monthly active users, are on fucking mobile. So when their games die and their premium $70 titles are bleeding players out the fucking asshole, when they have to talk to their investors and explain why their shit product isn't making them as much money as they did before, they could just point towards the revenue and the monthly active users of the mobile side, because the mobile side is a fucking gargantuan success for Activision. It always will be, and I wouldn't be surprised if we keep getting these half-baked Call of Duty titles and they focus more on the mobile side because, like I said, makes them the most money, has the most monthly active users. So this is just a way to appease the fucking shareholders. If they tie everything in together with Modern Warfare 2, 3, whatever, and Warzone, they could just bundle all of those monthly active users and player numbers into one big cluster and say, look, our game isn't dying. There isn't 74,000 people playing. There's actually like 500,000 people playing concurrently because 90% of that player number is on fucking mobile. Meanwhile, the rest of the community will be sitting here waiting for the table scraps, the hope that they actually give us worthwhile content in Modern Warfare 3. All of these things put together just proves to me that Modern Warfare 3 is dead. Every single subsequent Call of Duty release in the future, unless something drastically changes, is going to be the same experience over and over again. Either way, that's just how I feel about the entire situation. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give this video a fat thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. Comment down below for the algorithm. Subscribe, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on so you never miss when I upload a video. And I catch everybody in the next one. Peace.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need